I'm semi, I stay automatic. Money add and multiply, I call it mathematics.
It's been a while since we've seen my HOOO layout, and as you could have guessed, it is definitely not the same that it used to be. Hell, by the time I post this video, it likely will have changed in some way. But honestly, I think that's one of the fun things about having a layout like this. And honestly, with how overdue this video really is, even if there's not a lot to show, I would still like to show you guys what I currently do have, and give you guys a bit of insight into what's to come for the layout. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the layout now, or as I like to call it, the industrial age. So let me go ahead and explain one thing. Yes, the grass mat is gone, but there is a reason for that. While I did like the grass and scenery of the previous layout, there's only so much you can do on that grass before it starts to fade away. And my grass mat was pretty quickly getting there, because I constantly would change and move things on that layout. But not just that, with me lighting up the buildings like I do, and all of the other things that I would do on the layout besides, adding the grass and other things like that, the finished wood in a way sort of accents it all, and personally I really like the look of it. I know a lot of people are not going to agree with me saying that, but personally I prefer a more simplistic look, and if I'm not going to do scenery, I'm going to make up for it in other ways. One of the ways that I'm currently doing it is with big buildings. Let me correct that, big lighted buildings. The first of which is this mine. This is actually a Walther's HO scale kit, one that I would buy basically completed on eBay, but when it came my way, I would modify it a little bit to make sure the engines could actually pass through it, add a few details here and there, and finally light it as well, then adding it to the layout. Currently it stands as one of the landmarks on the layout, probably the largest one right now, and I kinda like that. The idea that the engines are working in this industrious area is more or less the goal, and the weathering and finish on this really help to achieve that. There are two tracks that pass through it, one being the main line, and one being a branch line, which is the inside loop, with the third track being a siding that actually comes off of that line. There's a siding that goes directly under the mine, and one that's in front of that. Besides that is my signal box, which is also lighted, and around that and the mine itself are several lampposts. These help to illuminate the area and the tracks themselves. Further down the line is a small farm area. Here we can see Terrence and some pumpkins. And there's also a lamppost here next to a small red shed. There's also a whistle sign to let the engines know to be careful, as soon I'll likely be adding animals to this area and we don't want them on the track. Behind that is Black Folly Castle, Harold's helipad, and a photo cell that I would receive from Marvin Jerry. One that I just like to keep close. That and it looks really good on the layout. And next to that is the Bachman Warehouse, also featuring a gift from Marvin Jerry, being the Thomas and the Magic Railroad clip, as well as other small details. Currently Bulgy is residing next to it for some reason, probably plotting something mischievous. Unfortunately, as of now, the rest of the set still has quite a bit to go. I'm still trying to figure out what exactly I want in these larger areas, besides light them up, but have a lot of ideas as to what I could put there, so expect an update on that soon. Also, for those wondering, the layout that sat on top of the layout originally was going to be the Little Western. A lot of you guys were right. But as you can see, it's not on the layout right now, and neither is the in-scale loop that I used to have in the middle, and there's a couple reasons for that. The reason the top table is gone is, one, I'm trying to repurpose it as of now, and two, I'm trying to finish up what exactly that'll be, and the in-scale loop moved so I could make another separate layout, one that was restrictively for the in-scale locomotives. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the top table for that right now. I've thought about using it as a mountainous terrain, and being elevated it would help with that, but I'm not really certain. I guess we'll see with time. As of now, the few things that I'm certain on are, one, I want to add the Kato HO scale signaling system, and two, more lights. I just want to make the layout look as good as I can, while still maintaining this simplistic vibe that it currently has. And honestly, right now I'm pretty satisfied with it. My Bachman Maithwaite station and all of that other stuff is still in my possession, don't worry. They're currently just awaiting other projects, or at the very least, just a way for me to incorporate them into the layout right now. Like I said, there's a lot of things that I'm still trying to iron out, but I'm still proud about where it sits now, and hopefully you guys still enjoyed taking a look at it with me. But now that we've talked about all of the boring stuff and you've seen what's changed, let's just see some trains run. Like, shut up, dude. Let's go. Come on, hurry up, hurry up. as of now, I'm gonna do my best to keep you guys more updated on the layout, as I really believe I'm coming down on an idea that I can really expand upon. The reason the layout's changed so much is because I'm just so indecisive. I'll get a new idea, run with it, and next week I'll have another one. So for a while I would just do my best to come down on something that I would really be happy with. And what you're seeing now is, I guess, the experimental results of that. I definitely think I'm going in the right direction. But again, who knows? The beautiful thing about model trains is it's your world. And if you ever want to change it, it's not too hard to. That being said, it's not too easy to go back to the world that you just changed it from, but it's okay, we aim to look forward here. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe for even more train content. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
I'm gonna tie your dad up and we're gonna fucking bomb it! Took it too far this time! Fuck!
Talalum.